That's years of coral work.
That is so dope. See that flow up against the glass? Real quick, give me 15 seconds before this video starts. If you want to win a giveaway to come hang out with myself and Paul Thigpen, follow the 2 simple and easy rules. Go to Instagram, follow at Paul Cuffaro, and follow at Paul Thigpen. Both links are down in the description down below. Super, super easy. We're flying you out from your location to come do a bunch of cool stuff. Helicopter rides, like fishing, a ton of stuff. So, yeah, enjoy the video. What is going on, Cuffaros? Welcome back to another video here. Today, as you read by the title and thumbnail, we're getting a saltwater tank. We're here at Mark's Arks Pet Store. I'm gonna have a location of this store down below because they've got a ton of cool stuff and they're hooking it up with the tank today. Obviously, we're not getting fish for it. Probably just some live rock, some sand, and then obviously the tank itself. I've already got the tank I want in mind. We're gonna head into the store right now and see if they still got it. Hopefully they still got it. Imagine someone bought it. All right, let's go. All right, so we just spoke to Jeremy, the manager here. Mark is out of town, so Jeremy's hooking us up. This right here is the tank. I already mentioned it before. It's rimless, so the water's gonna literally come right up to here. This is gonna be the flow. It's gonna be such a dope tank. And we're gonna put it in the kitchen. The sand's coming out of it. We're gonna get that really fine white, that sand that's over there. We're gonna look at all that stuff in just a second. I'm stoked. I'm ready for this. I'm sure you are too. Hit that like button. This is what inspired me. That's like the same tank. It's got the rimless. I'm sure this light's like $3 grand.
That is insane though. Like, that's years of coral work, but still, just insanely beautiful. One day, it'll look like that. But, all right, what do we need, Jeremy?
I like to put in some base rock down first because a lot of the rock that we put on top of it is not going to be seen by light. So what's the sense of paying the money for it?
There's a fan above you, by the way. Thanks for breaking my audio.
We don't want round pieces because you can't really stack a bowling ball. So we're not really looking for that so much.
I am excited, genuinely like excited. I'm ready. The difference in fish is just incredible. Like compared to freshwater, look at the colors. All these fish, how colorful and beautiful they are. I'm gonna have the ability to get all these in just a couple weeks when this fish tank is ready. Little eel, yeah, we can get that. All these different things we could finally get. And stop just looking at them and saying we're gonna get them. We can get them. Not now, but we can get them in a couple weeks.
So choosing live rock yet again. Unfortunately, none of this is being imported anymore.
Yep.
So what we have is what we have. So we have some other customers that actually break down their tanks or come with a hobby and bring it back to us. So I'm going to see if I can find some colorful pieces that are going to give us some growth later on. Plus, we're still looking at stuff that's still kind of airy.
Look
and
how
things,
cool that rock is.
Things that we can easily put corals into around, kind of give us an idea. We don't want, yet again, round pieces like that one over there.
Yeah.
So
that's a dope piece right there.
This was originally from the Caribbean.
Check that out.
That's going to give us a nice shelf style.
Dude, I'm
not much for growth, but it's going to give us a shelf to build off of. I love that.
That is so dope. Look at that
we need to take a.
That is a cool rock right there.
Maybe too large for what we're going to work with, but let's see if we can do
that. Sure. Yep.
Some dimension, at least reaching out a little bit.
It's got the eye. Got the eye.
A lot of chunky stuff left over.
There's just so much rock, it's insane. You would have never expected there to be that much rock inside there.
It originally used to be a live coral, but
that is so dope.
Now we're going to use it as a live rock.
So it used to be coral, live coral, and like he said, now it's live rock.
So why do they call it live rock?
Because it used to be live.
Well, technically yes. Well, it still is alive, but it's one of the most densely populated things on the planet, the live rock.
Really?
Because there's still spores of coral here. There's still macroalgae, microalgae here. That once we get the tank set up and going, all that stuff's going to start to come back out again.
There you go. You learn something new every day. All right, so they're actually hooking us up a little more rock than he expects that we need. Whatever's left over, we're gonna bring back. But once again, shout out to Mark's Ark, because they are really doing us a big favor today with hooking us up with this aquarium. All right, what do we got here?
So if we're going to be doing reef, we're going to have to put the supplements in that grow the reef. So Fusion 1 is going to be our calcium. Fusion 2 is our alkalinity. These are the building blocks of the coralline algae for the coral, all that stuff.
Yep.
Can't do a reef tank without doing these. We're going to throw a buffer in just in case. Sometimes the pH gets a little low when we first start this. And then we'll have another class about how to do all the tests and how you're going to figure out how much of this to put in.
We got pretty much everything we need. We're going to check out here, and then
I'll see you walking out to the car to get all this stuff in there. Paulie, what's going down, buddy? We gotta go get 8 buckets from Home Depot and then 8 lids for those buckets because we need water. I'm gonna have to come here and fill up these 5-gallon buckets every time water is evaporated out of that tank, which is gonna be a pain, but it's gonna be worth it because this tank is gonna be awesome. So we're heading to Home Depot, getting 8 buckets, 8 lids, and then we're gonna see you back here. Got them all. Let's go. Cheers for the boys. Here we are. 8 5-gallon buckets, filling up. Salt,
fresh. They're purified, so you don't have to worry about dechlorinated or anything like that.
So the reason for putting that little bit of fresh water in there along with that is to keep the salinity lower.
A little bit lower. So we're running at about 1.028 on that water. We need to be around 1.025.
This is all stuff I gotta learn.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. I'm making it happen. All right,
Cool.
that's it.
I'll be
Appreciate it,
here
Jeremy. Knuckles.
Knuckles.
I'm probably gonna end up calling you.
Yeah.
Peace. All right. We have a whole lot going on here. 8 buckets full of salt water. The tank, live rock. Up front, if you look, you can see the bucket. It's got that base rock and then light circulation pump, test kits, all different stuff down here. Literally a lot. And close this up. Once again, big shout out to Mark Sark. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much for the help. What is going on, everyone? We're back home. It's a few hours later. As you can see, I'm in different clothing. We have everything inside. Everything's inside. By the way, the location of our aquarium is going to be right here in the middle of the living room. I was gonna put it in the kitchen, but it's a little big for the kitchen. So we got the stand for it, which they also provided us. Shout out to Mark Sark once again. And this tank looks perfect right here. We're gonna put the PC logo above, right here. PC logo, my mom's friend actually made this. And it'll be the PC aquarium. All right, got the substrate. This is already pre-rinsed. See that inside there? It's already got salt water in it. It's ready to go. Hanging on over all the rock now, because it's already time to play with rock. Woo-wee. Gosh. Here we go. I'm liking that look a lot. He said leave space on the edges and creases throughout both rocks, so. That is such a sick rock. I could just picture the fish going in there. Can't you? Mm-hmm. That looks so good. There's even a little hole over here. Should I pull? I'm lifting coming back. That's perfect. This is the hardest part of it all. It takes time. A little space right there. Oh gosh, that fit is just so perfect right there.
All right, Paul, what'd you just do?
Just took the base rock out. I'm literally just doing a bunch of different things. Kind of see how everything looks, you know? A good amount of rock to work with for a 40-gallon aquarium, so kind of just trying all sorts of different things. I like that a lot. That's like my bottom base right there. I'm not even using any of the base rock, but I really do like that. That just leaves them with so many different places to hide. It's insane. That is it. That's what we're gonna do for the rock right now. You know, we can always go back, since we're not putting coral in yet, we can always go back and kind of move them around. We still have this much rock right over here. I'm probably gonna end up bringing that back, but we can always go back and get more live. This looks insane. Check it out. All right, as you know, they got us with these products right here. This is the light. I'm actually gonna connect it to my phone and then we'll figure out how all that works. But I'm gonna open it up. Definitely is not a cheap product, that's for sure. So it's very, very high tech. A lot of stuff for saltwater is high tech. And I'm guessing this is like coral friendly. Like it's gonna help coral grow, I don't know. You can hang it. All right, the light is in. It's installed. I thought we didn't have all the parts for it, but it's there. Look at how beautifully wired all this is. I have electrical tape around the back so the wire's not all puffy and hanging everywhere. This is pristine work here. I'm gonna turn the light on real quick. Just look how beautiful saltwater lights are. And I call them saltwater lights because no one really uses this kind of stuff on fresh water, at least to my knowledge. Watch this. Look at that. Dude, that's so sick, it's unbelievable. That's just insane. The water's not even in it, and it looks that good. So as you can see, I got a little power strip down there. Those are key when it comes to aquariums. You never can have enough plugs. Ask anyone that has aquarium. These right here, I can't express enough how much these are a necessity in a saltwater tank and a freshwater tank. These are circulation pumps. There's different sizes. This is a 700. This is, I believe, like it's a big one, like a 1400 in there. It's huge. You can see it up there in the corner, and you can see the water pushing this way. The arowana loves it. All the fish love it. It also circulates the water 24/7, pushing all the fish waste off the bottom and around the tank, which then gets it back into the filter through the filtration system, keeps your tank clean. These are a key to many, many aquariums, and we got a little 700 for the saltwater tank over there. Flow in saltwater tank is also something Jeremy told me is huge. You want a lot of flow, never static water. Clip it on there. Good to go, look. She ain't moving. All right, and that's how you do it right there. Suction cup to the side of the tank. I ran the wire behind, but that's it. Water's flowing this way. Of course, we're gonna touch up all these little wave makers. We're gonna mess with everything once the water's in to see where the water flow is, because I gotta make sure there's flow throughout the whole entire tank, throughout the rocks. Everything needs flow. Without further ado, folks at home, already we are putting water into the tank. Before I put water in, look how many buckets. David just mentioned, he goes, how does that many buckets of water fit in that tank right there? It's 40 gallons. There's 8 5-gallon buckets. That's 40 gallons of water. It just doesn't look like this tank right here could fit this many buckets. There's a lot of buckets. Right down there below is the comment section. Drop a comment on how many buckets you think we're gonna use. My estimate is 6, because you gotta think we have sand, we have the substrate, and we also have rock. So, you know, that's probably give or take that much, which is about 4 or 5 gallons. So I'm gonna think 6, 7 buckets. I'm gonna go with 7. Drop your comments down below before I do it here. I'm just gonna give you a second to do so. Hey, and while you're down there, I'm finally doing the saltwater tank. So I know multiple times I said get this video to 50,000 likes and I'll buy a saltwater tank. I just did it, and we got to like 49,000 likes. So drop a like down below for me. I know I never hit the 50K mark. I did hit it, but not in the 48 hours that I wanted to hit it in, but we got it anyway. Bottom line is hit the darn like button. All right, hopefully you've dropped your comment, because we're about to get to pouring. That's 1 bucket?
I was gonna say, bro, your estimate, it's already like a quarter way full.
Dude, I don't know. It's gonna be close. Once again, hey, you still got a chance. Drop a comment if you haven't done so already. All right, that's 1 bucket. Bucket number 3. Well, we're getting up there. So these right here is where the water is gonna actually go out. It's gonna go into this thing called a sock. It's like a filter sock. It gets into that sock, all the nasty stuff's taken out, and out of the sock comes just clean water. Back down there is the pump, all the way down there at the bottom, which will only pump up crystal clear water and out these jets right here. So that's the little filtration system we got going on right here. That's just about it. I think we can do like a half of a bucket more, like 2.5 more gallons. So 7.5 gallons of water. And that's great because we're always gonna need to be filling up this tank. It's gonna evaporate very quickly, being a rimless, topless tank. Out in the open here, and we also have well water here. Like I mentioned earlier, well water cannot just be poured into this tank. That's not how it works. It's not like fresh water that I could easily just turn the nozzle like the 160 gallon. I can't just turn it like this and start filling up the tank. I mean, this thing's just starting to fill up, right? Just like that, in a second. It's not that easy. Saltwater is a bit more difficult. I'm gonna actually go to the store to have it pick up that water, that certain type of water, every time I need to fill the tank. So having that 7.5 gallons left over is no biggie. Put it to the side, I got water to fill up the tank. Now let's plug it in. All right, so one by one, I'm gonna start plugging things in. I'm gonna plug the power head in right now. See that flow up against the glass? That is that power head right there, pushing water this way. Now I gotta plug in the filter itself that's with the tank, and that'll turn on these two jets. 2, 1. They going?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. We finally have a saltwater tank. It's gonna be a lot of work. Like I said, I got a lot of stuff to still do. I have to treat this whole entire tank. It's gonna be weeks until we get fish for it, obviously, but it is currently like 11 o'clock at night right now. So I can't even give Jeremy a call to do all the dosing. So I'm just gonna wait till the morning, do the dosing then with him on the phone so I get everything perfect. So you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send you to the morning, but that sucker is crystal clear and you can see every bit of it. I hope you guys are as happy as I am, because I'm stoked. See you in the morning. It's the morning, and look at how clear the aquarium is. By the way, like, I just woke up. David just woke up. This tank looks absolutely amazing. I am literally like blown away with the outcome. I love the rock work. It has a lot of different spaces for the fish to go, like there, up there, up there, up there, and all those holes actually lead to the back of the aquarium so they can come out the sides and up top. It's a really cool setup. Obviously, we showed you everything yesterday, the jets, how much flow. If you just take a look from above, there's just so much flow in this aquarium, and that is, like I said, the key. I appreciate everyone for watching. I could not do things like this without you. Mark's Ark, shout out to you. The location to their store is down below in the description if you did want to go check it out and get some fish for yourself or a tank for yourself. Today's positive comment shout out. Paul's videos are the best. All the times I'm feeling down, I just watch Paul's channel and I feel 100 times better. Keep up the amazing work. Also, Larry is always making me chuckle. Larry makes everyone laugh. I appreciate that so much. If you want a positive comment shout out and have your comment on the screen in one of these upcoming videos, all you gotta do is drop a positive comment down in the comments down below. Make sure you become a Cuffaro right now. All you gotta do is go down to that subscribe button, click it for me, and then after that, a bell will appear. You're gonna wanna click the bell so that you're notified every time I upload. The saltwater aquarium is finally here. Would you just look at that? Would you look at that? Oh my goodness gracious, would you look at that? Well, folks, that's all I got. Months of talking about it. Months of asking you guys if I should do it or not. I finally made the move and got a saltwater aquarium. Thank you guys. And until next time, I'll see you in that next video. Peace! Hi.